I said last time that if the video did well, I'd make another one, and let's be real, you had every reason to doubt me. How many times have I said, I will not reset this speedrun, and then moments later reset? But this time I'm keeping my word, so here is the second installment of me telling you facts that you probably don't know that I have learned from speedrunning GTA 5 for 5,500 hours. While we normally speedrun on patch 1.27, everything I show you in these videos will be done on the latest patch unless otherwise specified. If you're curious about the main reason why we run on patch 1.27, look out at the waves. For some reason on patch 1.27, after you complete any mission, there will be no waves for the rest of the game unless you reload a save file, and even then if you complete another mission, the same effect will occur. By the way, unless I note that a particular thing is specific to a patch, you can pretty much guarantee that anything you see will be able to be done on any patch into the future. This is because Rockstar stopped tinkering with single player around patch 1.30. In GTA 5 there is a failsafe mechanism, where if the game is unable to figure out how to get you in or out of a vehicle, it will simply warp you. An example of where we abuse this is where we block one of our doors with Lester and the other door with a tree.
Lester, I'm very impressed.
Even if the thing blocking you is movable or destructible, it doesn't matter, the warp will still work.
Look, there, some construction.
Yeah, if they're gutting the place, I might be able to get to the roof.
Yeah, what's good, Tyrone? What's cracking, bro?
But of course, blocking two doors is child's play. Here is Franklin's garage. Michael's garage. The mini-sub. I'll conclude these handful of examples with Franklin's purchased garage. I think it's safe to say that not a lot of people like Jimmy, but he does mature a bit throughout the game. Here is Jimmy's reaction to gunfire on Daddy's little girl.
I'll show you just what you want to see.
Compare this to his reaction on Did Somebody Say Yoga?
Bullshit. Threatening to molest your online buddies is bullshit.
They're not my buddies.
This isn't the only way that Jimmy changes between these two missions, but first I need to explain NPC running mechanics. Watch Lamar's movement here at the beginning of Repossession.
And you still rolling with that old raggedy ass hair? That country bumpkin shit is enough to get us shot right there.
Notice how he's walking to the car. This is because I didn't meet the right conditions to keep him running. If I take a slightly wider turn when getting into the car, Lamar will run the entire way to his door.
That country bumpkin shit is enough to get us shot right there.
Jimmy on Daddy's little girl is like Lamar. If I run straight into my vehicle, Jimmy will stop running. However, if I run around the front of my car, Jimmy will run all the way.
What about Tracy, huh? Why don't you ruin her day for once?
However, on Did Somebody Say Yoga, Jimmy couldn't care less how fast I run, how far I run, he will walk to the car. Instead, for some reason on this mission, Jimmy will only run if you get into the car immediately.
So where's your friend?
It doesn't end there though, because on reuniting the family, Jimmy won't run to the car under either condition. As far as I can tell, he won't run for any reason. As an aside, to my knowledge, the NPCs on the Jewel Store Heist are the only ones in the entire game that will actually care and therefore run faster if you honk your horn. But sometimes it's nice not to run, which is why it's beneficial that for the running sections on all 3 triathlons, you can actually use a bike. All you have to do is get off the bike on each of the yellow dots and the game is none the wiser. It's important to note, however, that this isn't faster in Triathlon 3 because the yellow dots are so close together during the running section. There is actually quite a bit of movement tech in GTA 5 speedrunning because first-person camera, third-person camera, and jumping all have different speeds in different locations. When outdoors, first-person is clearly faster, followed by third-person and jumping last. When indoors, however, things change, with jumping being the fastest, followed by first person and then third person. The biggest difference comes in when you compare first person and third person going up and down stairs. It's not even close. Third person does strike back a bit by having a slightly faster climbing speed. Keep in mind that all these movement comparisons are just general rules. They probably apply for 95% of GTA 5, but there are some rare circumstances where things are turned on their head. For example, the movement you're even allowed to do in Michael's house changes considerably throughout the game. Here I am at the end of Fresh Meat. Given that Michael has some stairs, you'd imagine that I'd use first person to go down them. In this particular case, first person is locked to walking slowly. Third person has normal speed, except you can't jump for some reason. Here I'll attempt to do the exact same movement in the exact same place, except this time I'll do it before the mission Did Somebody Say Yoga. You will notice that all the movement follows all the general rules that I discussed previously. It's always hard making these videos because I have so many things that I want to include and I'm not sure exactly what everyone's looking to see in a video like this. Like, I find everything that I mentioned interesting. I'm not sure if everyone else will though. I hope I'm not bamboozling you, but this Out of Bounds has been patched. This is back on patch 1.27. But anyway, as with last time, if this video does particularly well, I will make another one. I hope it does go well. I don't mind making these videos, even though it takes a whole day to do. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well.